Sorry guys, I have no idea what just happened. Give me 1 second to try and fix this if I can. Okay, I'm trying to fix it on YouTube side. Sorry guys. See if I can get that information back so people know what this is. I have no idea, it just suddenly said I lost connection to the server. Livestream. There it is. It says bad. Why is my stream bad? This might keep happening, guys. I'm sorry if it does. I'm gonna try and turn off some stuff so that my dad might be watching TV, I don't know. Okay. Let's try that again. I'm sorry if the quality dips, guys. Apparently the quality is bad and usually my PlayStation stuff isn't that bad. Trying to get out how much, like, damage Cole can do. I can't really say, dude. I mean... It's not really that I don't know, it's that I don't want to answer that because I rather would save it for when you get to experience it yourself. I try to make it to where it's something that is worth the wait and something that is worth us having when Sucker Punch decided to jump ship. I have Acorn Films review of Infamous 2. I am not familiar with it. Ow, you log. What happened? Lombax, my PS4 just lost connection to the server for some reason. But it's all good now. We'll see if it keeps going. Okay. Would you rather Quo's powers or Nyx's powers?
Let's get up on that machine and break the mirror diverting the precursor beam.
I think I would rather... I don't know. Probably Quo's because hers can make more tangible constructs than Nyx's, and it would probably be more useful. Favorite power... Oh geez. I'm really sorry about that, that went way too fast. Favorite genre of music? I like rock music. You know, Stone Temple Pilots and that kind of stuff. Just Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, that's the kind of stuff. Favorite 3 question, you think John was the Beast in Kessler's timeline? I do not think that John was Kessler's Beast at all. Otherwise I think that he would have just outright killed John. But I think that Kessler also understood that the Beast could be anybody. And that John may not have necessarily been the Beast in his timeline or in the other one. I don't know who it could be. There's so many possibilities. But I am trying to come up with an answer for myself. And someone mentioned that maybe it was Delsin for his lust of power, and I was like, that's kind of cool. I've always thought that maybe in some strange sort of twist of events that it was Cole, because in Infamous 1 it seems like Cole was destined to become the Beast. That in that last cutscene, the foreshadowing is immensely favorable to foreshadowing that Cole would eventually become the Beast, and since the evil was canon, then why not? It would seem so perfectly ironic that Kessler goes to all the trouble of making Cole this superhuman that could destroy the Beast to correct his mistakes, and in his to turn out that Kessler was wrong about the Beast the entire time, and Cole makes his own decision, and it's perfectly ironic and luscious and beautiful, and I love it. I don't think Zeke was the Beast because he's human. The ray sphere would have just killed him, turned into dust. Sorry. Would you like to be a conduit in Infamous 2 even though you die at the end? I mean, either I'm a human with a boring life or I'm a conduit, you know, I can have an awesome, badass life for a very short amount of time. It's the candle that burns twice as bright, burns for half as long, right? It's that whole thing. Which is, by the way, the whole hint in the game. There's a fourth Infamous with Cole in it. What powers would you add to his arsenal? The Beast! I didn't say that. Would you like it if Cole was alive in Second Son? Absolutely not, because Second Son existing already ruins Cole's death, and then him existing would just ruin his death further, and then there's completely, absolutely no reason to play the good ending ever again. If you're a conduit, what would your power be? Read my I know this is weird. Read my fanfiction, and there's a character in there named Richard, and he has the power. I'm not going to say exactly what his power is, because let's just say it has something to do with something that is very fond to my heart in real life and in fictional standards. Let me give you a hint that Richard's power is not what it seems at first. So I know it's a partial answer, I know, but I don't think Cole would be able to destroy planets or moons. Not that much. I mean, even the Beast from Kessler's time had to take a few years to destroy the entire planet. Or at least all of civilization, not the planet itself. Alright, we're missing a bunch of stuff. Oh, wait, no, that was... Oh, the other one. You guys are rocks. Ooh, I have a lot of crap to do.
Big time for connecting the village energy beam.
Gotta sell the fanfic. Well, kind of like my YouTube channel. I'm doing it for free and out of love and as a hobby. So I'm just trying not to die before I finish it. Because I think we all deserve to see that Infamous 3, don't we? And if Sucker Punch ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for him. Will the Beast be stopped in my story? I ain't gonna fucking tell you. In fact, I don't even know yet. I'm bouncing back and forth on that. Is the PS4 backwards compatible so you can play Infamous 1 and 2? No! You need a PS3 to play Infamous 1 and 2, or a really good internet connection to use PlayStation Now on your PC or PS4. I was just getting a PS3, if you do not have one. They are cheaper nowadays, and it's simply just easier to do rather than paying $20 a month so you can play it. What do I think of the remasters of games like Spyro and such? Well, remasters, like full remasters. I think that's a cool idea. The problem is that trying to make modern physics that don't exactly work. Any of you guys who have played the Crash remaster know exactly what I'm talking about with the first and second entry and that thing, and then you go over to the third game and it runs like butter.
We need to charge you up with that blue stuff to get this open.
Julie, you can read my fanfiction right now if you want to. It's only the first 11 chapters, but it'll hold you over for a while, and that's kind of my intention. If you wish. Storm, can you please put the link again? I always have the link to my fanfiction in the description of my YouTube videos. If you guys ever want to check that out, there's also a link to my Discord if you want to come talk to me or any of my other buddies over there on that Discord. But I think that doing stuff like that, the completely giving it a graphic rehaul and just revisiting the game was really cool. Just the idea is the physics, and that's where it really suffered. Guys, I've never ever played a game where I actually sweated through 2 shirts, and that was on one level of Crash in the remaster. I saw someone say that you're mad at me at how I left Cole. You're meaning that the cliffhanger that I used on chapter 11. The cliffhanger used to be on chapter 10, but I wanted to at least get Richard and Torrens the idea of their arc going before I stopped, and that's just how the dice fell.
We need to get to the top of that tower.
It's not so much that plus I also wanted to give you guys an idea of what was going on with Rush 2 before I quit, to get you guys more interested. Would I rather be Vampire Cole or Cole in Infamous 2 without his beast powers? Definitely Cole, not a vampire. Because then he has that insatiable hunger for blood, man, and he can't go out in the daylight. He gets taken over by Bloody Mary and Zeke's in trouble. It's the whole point of the UGC missions. I mean, flight, flight is one good thing against a whole bunch of bad things, and Cole can't actually fly permanently. He still needs to drink blood. Still don't understand the powers of the beast. I think he has to wait for a recharge. Okay. Can I explain that without spoiling my story? Yes. Okay. So here's how I see the power of the Beast. That it is not exactly one power, considering that he originated from the ray sphere. It's not like he just has lava. We also see that he has gravity and ray fields, and I would like to say that watch the first scene of Infamous 2 again, and notice when he first arrives that it's that black hole thing. It sucks up all the people and all the stuff, and then you see him rising from ashes. So here's my thing, is that I believe that it's the black hole and he sucks in matter, and that all that matter creates his body. So that's how I see it, that he can absorb any matter, but he can't necessarily use that matter, but that matter is what powers his powers, because if conduits are basically using one form of matter, then why can't the Beast just absorb any kind of matter and just turn it into his body or fuel his own powers? I don't know, Waffles Man, but I'm glad you're here. Also, hello, Waffles Man. Aw, thank you, Hairbull. What was my favorite infamous moment of all time? I think we're gonna have to list off a number of them.
See that?
I
Blue
love...
activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on.
I know what most other people's moment is, and that is the couch scene with Zeke and Cole after they reconcile, and that is also Eric Layden's most favorite moment, if you guys don't know, because that's like they're buddies again, they're just chilling, there's Doom on the other side of the corner, but they're just chilling out and having one last moment together before all hell breaks loose and they never see each other again. But my favorite moment is, and this is a very small thing, it's just an atmospheric thing, sort of. You guys know in the beginning of Infamous 2 when the Beast throws that statue at Cole, and then there's the buildup of the soundtrack of the Beast, and then he turns around, looks up, and it's just this realization of, oh my god, it's the Beast, and the music is just swelling. It's just that. I love that so much.
I'm like, stretcher?
Oh, what the hell?
Revenant?
But that, oh my god, no! Stupid. That's what happens when I talk during gameplay. That's one of my favorites. I love Trish's death, just how, at least they got her to the point where she forgives him and understands her mistake, and that sticks around for long enough to where they can have a few hours together, and then suddenly it's just, Zeke's betrayed him, he's all alone, and suddenly Kessler's got her. I love her death. It feels so rewarded. I like the scene after you kill Zeke in Infamous 2 when John is giving Cole the powers, and right before that, just pay attention to the scene. Just only pay attention to Eric Layden's acting in that scene, and only listen to his tone, his inflection, the animation for Cole, and you can get a better idea of what he's thinking. Like, oh my god, he killed Zeke, oh my god, does he destroy the R5, does he use it, does he... The disappointment in his voice whenever John says that he can't do it anymore. There's so much going on in that scene, and it's just acting. And I tried to get that in whenever I was writing the first chapter of my fanfiction. So if you guys ever read that, I tried really hard and watched that scene over and over and over and over and over again to get a good idea of what was going on in Cole's head during that time. What are the rules of Conduit? Like, are there basic presets of what powers they have and what they can control, or is it literally just blank, 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 blank? So it's supposed, as Second Son says, it's supposed to be matter, but considering that they broke their own rule and gave a bunch of conduits energy and then said that a shadow conduit exists, which is the lack of energy and lack of photons, that I don't think conduits have a rule anymore. So that's a little stupid, but... Plus we have Eugene, who does not control any form of matter either. He controls a video signal, guys. He controls pixels. That's not photon. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. It's data. Well, there's nothing wrong with neon, because here's the thing. Neon, my father is my father is actually a neon sign builder, and he told me when I first got First Light, I just decided I would pick his brain. He basically told me how neon is just a gas that when electrified turns into a pink glowing electrified gas. So the fact that Fetch's neon is pink is exactly right, but the fact that she can control blue and yellow forms of gas, that's actually argon and xenon. So Fetch actually doesn't just control neon, she controls the similar elements of neon. A conduit with flight powers, I mean, they just fly. Like, okay. I guess that they, like, what is your propulsion? What is your matter? You just fly? I mean, I can't really say much because I have a conduit that just teleports. But at least I said what his power was. It's like, he just flies. It's like, what is your power? There's one left. Return to the mirror. Okie dokie, let's go back. We're done here. I'm mindlessly playing this game and still 100%ing it, just in not record time. She absorbs fly. Yes. Wait, I forgot to get all the yak cows. How many conduits can Delsin's power steal from other conduits? How does Delsin's power work? Well, we don't know, because they didn't get that far, did they? It seems to be a pattern that the more powers that Delsin absorbs, the less he can control it at first, and the more effort he has to put in. Just observing the game itself and the story, it doesn't look like Delsin can organically grow his powers naturally, like how the entire point of Infamous 2 was do stunts and naturally grow Cole's powers along with blast cores, but Delsin can only grow his powers with blast shards. So it seems like... Guys, what if Delsin controls Ray Sphere energy too?
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
What if that's why he can use every power? Like he's basically David, but different power set.
Good. You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says
That's not something I disagree with, Doggy Potatoes. If you say you control wind, you couldn't fly. That's not true. That's not true. I have a conduit that controls wind in Legacy of the Beast. And he definitely flies. Like, his main thing is flying, because he turns into the wind and flies. If I'd remake Second Son, how would you do it and what would you change? I so badly want to say that I would just tell them to scrap it and make Infamous 3.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor.
Super Duke, need to find a way to read the Infamous comics. If you go to the Infamous wiki, you can actually find a good bunch of them, and there are links you can find that'll let you download them, but since I do support Infamous and Sucker Punch, I will say that you can buy the entire 6 comics in one book. I have it. You can get it for $15 on Amazon. It's all 6 comics for $15. The only thing you don't get is Post Blast, and you can find that on the Infamous wiki, no problem. Was Kessler planning to die? If he didn't, what do you think he would do next? Kessler was definitely planning on dying. That he even tells Cole, whenever Cole says, hey, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna kill you for what you've done, and he says, oh, I hope you do, because I've been doing this a really long time and I'm tired and worn out. So imagine this, guys. Whenever Kessler comes back in time, you can see it in the comics. When he comes back in time, he shows up, and there's a Model T in the damn background. He comes in like the 1920s. So, and he was probably in his like 30s or whatever, whenever he...
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power
whenever he escaped the beast and everything. Kessler is like 100 years old, guys. And I wouldn't doubt that. He's a conduit. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to have longevity. Especially when his body is partly metallic and probably he has assisted living in his body. But I prefer to have Fetch, Hank's, or Eugene's powers. I want Eugene's powers. It makes no sense, but I want Eugene's powers because imagination. Imagination's the best power, guys. Favorite line out of the entire Infamous series? The monologue that Cole has on the way to Numere. I don't know if you've ever let someone down, got your ass kicked, or straight up failed, but those are the moments that define us. They push you farther than you've ever thought possible and force you to make choices, no matter what the cost. That's very true. And it's very inspiring.
This place gives me the creeps! And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz!
Did someone... I just looked over and I saw hair and toenails. Are we talking about keratin power? Because that would be cool. Do you know how tough your fingernails are, man? And how...
Hey! I see the sculptor's muse!
That'd be cool, man. Since Cole can control electricity, could he become the world's first cyborg? I mean, Kessler is. Kessler has a metal arm and he's got the chest piece and everything. He's already a cyborg. After you get tired of Infamous, what series are you going to talk? I mean, getting tired of a series. Let me think. I don't really know. Oh my god, I almost had it. Yes! Oh my god, I've never done that so easy before. What am I gonna do next? I don't really know. There's nothing really out there that I'm really dying to get into. If I was, I would have gotten into it already. Excuse me, guys. If Zeke had powers, what do you think it would be? We can't just make him a technopath? It's like he could be really bad at it. He could be really klutzy at it.
Don't fall into the mist below us! Cause I don't think we'll make it back.
Who said that about biology and organic matter? Someone just hit a nail on the head, I'm not gonna say what. You guys remember when I said that I wanted a power? That's my power. Keratin is not quite your skin. Keratin is your hair and your nails. Your skin is just a whole bunch of cells stuck together. If I saw an infamous battle royale— oh no! Oh, in the mist. If I saw an infamous battle royale, I'm just like, yeah, go Cole, kick Delsin's ass. You want bloodbending? Not exactly bloodbending. As we saw in Avatar, that's kind of evil. Oh.
And keep away from those
Thank you, invisibility frames, thank you. My favorite console, the PS2. I like the PS2. PS2 is my first that I owned. I mean, that was also, you could play DVDs on it back then, that like everyone just wanted it. The military bought all of them up so they could have a supercomputer. PlayStation's powering the military since 2001. Oh shoot. Hey yo, Pie Man, I saw the hello and quick question, but I didn't see the question. It went too fast. I'm sorry. If you could probably do that again, please. You're going too fast. Slow down. Bloodbending is broken. That's the fact. Delsin versus Cole, who would win neutral? Cole, because Cole can knock out half of Delsin's powers, and he also doesn't have access to concrete unless a DUP person is nearby. Yo, Delsin has smoke. Cole has electricity. When I say biology powers, because I saw someone mentioning viruses, viruses aren't organic, though. They're not living creatures. They're not the cells in your body. That's what I'm intending on saying, that if you control biology, then you can control cells and organic matter, which would be humans and plants and animals and things. Hello, James, again. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. If Delsin hit Cole with the chain, he would just get electrocuted because it's metal. And metal conducts electricity. Hero! Oh, Thomas! Hi, Thomas. Guys, say hi to Thomas. He's my best friend in the whole wide world. Say hi, Thomas. Flood him. Attack him. Go, my minions. Yes. I'm gonna get an angry text in a few minutes. Alright, go ahead, James. I'm paying attention right now. If Trish was a conduit, how do you think the story would change? I think it's better that Trish isn't a conduit, because that makes her... Thomas left, didn't he, guys? Hi, Kara. I did tell you to play more games. I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything, and it's like... Infamous 2 is a good game, but there are definitely more games out there that are better than Infamous 2. Expand your horizons and improve, just explore your imagination, and there's some really amazing and inspiring stuff out there. You're 24 or 26, right? You're a little too high. Too high of a number. How'd you think it would be if Trish was alive in Infamous 2? We would have a very different catfight than just Nix and Quo. No, Snake. The Infamous world was real, what power do you think you would have? Someone asked this earlier, and I wanted to keep it as on the down low, but I want to have biological or organic powers, and we know that organic powers is a thing. Guys, y'all know you can ask me more questions than just Infamous, right? I know a lot of you have come here for Infamous and Kingdom Hearts, but come on. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how do I get to the spot with the... Are we debating who would win between Alex Mercer and Delsin? Alex. I do not like prototype, but I'm gonna recognize that. Storm, I need you. Should start an Infamous cult. There is an Infamous cult. It's on my Discord. Have you played any Yoko Terra? What? Sorry. Favorite Jack and Daxter game? Jak 3. I like Jak 3 better, because you get light and dark powers. I also want biological powers because I actually understand it. And I get to turn into animals. What is my major? My major is in biology. Now you understand why. Do I have any pets at home? I have a cat. Her name is Yuna. And I have a dog. His name is AJ. Oh, I've been meaning to play Nier. I just never got around to it. We don't talk about the Lost Frontier. What's my favorite food? Chicken Alfredo. I love chicken Alfredo. Have I written anything besides Lucky with Super Beast? Okay, we have story time. Story time, story time. I used to write, oh, ow. I used to write Final Fantasy VII fanfiction back when I was real young, like 11 and 12, after my life took a bad turn. It got me out of a slump, but it was bad, guys. Like, it was on the internet for a while on fanfiction.net, and it was just bad. And I took it all off the internet. You guys can't find it anymore, and if you do, tell me where it is so I can burn it. And then I quit writing fanfiction after that depressing state of my writing, and then, after Infamous 2, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this again, but I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna actually give this a really serious try, and that's where Legacy of the Beast came in. I have written a sort of Christmas version of Festival of Blood where Zeke tells the story about how Cole saved Christmas. I have that, and that is also on fanfiction.net if you guys ever want to do it, but I'm not taking, I didn't take that nearly as seriously as Legacy of the Beast. Have you ever played Devil May Cry? I've played Devil May Cry 3, 4, and the remake. Yeah. Do you think the world would be better or worse if they had superpowers? It would be worse, guys, because if we know what people want to do with chemical weapons and nukes. Let's just have people with powers.
All right, more orbs.
Do I watch anime? I don't watch anime anymore. I used to whenever I was a kid, and then I pretty much just got tired of the ones that are really fillery, like Naruto. Stopped watching Naruto. The last one that I watched was Death Note, and I was watching that while I was working on another hobby that I do, which is cross-stitch. I do cross-stitch, and I'm working on this piece that is all of the original 150 Pokemon on one big 2x4 canvas, and I was listening to Death Note. I went through the entire Death Note series in like 3 days just doing that. And that was a good series to listen to while I was doing it because it's mostly dialogue. Have you heard or played Doki Doki Literature Club? I've heard of it. I am too terrified to play it. If you could have any power, what would it be? It would be... I don't care how many times people ask this because I like answering it. It would be biology or organic matter because we already have... We know that Conduit exists. We just haven't seen him yet.
It's an ambush, Jack! It's an ambush! Get the red ego!
Alright, I'm sorry guys, I had to go take care of something real quick for my dad. What'd I miss? Getting my butt kicked in the ambush. Oh, there it goes. This is what happens when you pause in the middle of...
something really teary at the funeral. Like, oh, I gotta get changed back
now! Thomas, you got a new computer? What happened to the one I built you? You already broke it. I know you did. Have any theories on any Infamous games? I have a lot of theories. I plan on making videos out of them, and some of them I've already mentioned in this video. Ow, why did I do that? A broccoli conduit.
Trust me, those dog eco boxes are bad news!
You all just want to copy me, I know you do. You all want my powers. Minecraft or Fortnite? None of them. Like, we can get better games with better quality to actually be recognized and played. We don't need, like, I know they're both indie games. Like, no, I'm sorry. Minecraft was an indie game that got bought up by Minecraft. Microsoft, oh my gosh. I mean, we can get studios that are actually proud of what they make, and they look like real studios. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm rambling. When are they going to acknowledge time travel again in Infamous? I hope never. The best time travel story is the one that doesn't use time travel. You ever played any Spyro games? Nope. I was not fortunate enough to get into Spyro.
This place gives me the willies! Let's keep you out of the ooze.
Real studios are not a myth. Naughty Dog's a real studio, and they're a good damn studio. My power to be shouting. Soundwave Conduit. I have never played Pain. I don't even know what Pain is. What about Jack's time travel? Their time travel equates to the gods did it. Because it's a piece of technology from the precursors, and it's just like most everything in the Jack and Daxter world is the gods did it, and I'm like, okay. Okay. That's fine. Burger King or McDonald's? Neither. Whataburger. I live in Texas. It's Whataburger down here. We have McDonald's, we have Burger King, but neither of those compare to Whataburger. Any of you here that live in Texas understand this. Jordan says he likes my Everything Wrong with Infamous videos. Thank you! I worked really hard on them and I never want to do it ever again. There's a lot of work and lots of crashes on a computer that just could not handle it sometimes, and oh my god, why? No! Have I ever played MGS5? I'm actually in the middle of playing it right now. I just got out of that intro, and that was nuts. And I just got to the open world, and I went to work and forgot about it. Patty melt with grilled jalapenos. Oh, Adri knows what I'm talking about. For the Monterey Mount. Yes, yes, yes. Have you ever commented on a video, some random comment, and it gets a lot of likes? Nope. Mostly because I don't ever, like, try to get a lot of likes on my comments, and I most likely never go back to a video and check out, oh, how'd my comment go? What is your job? I'm a cashier. Somewhere. I'm not gonna say where. Are you excited for Death Stranding? I'm very weirded out by Death Stranding, and I think that's the point.
Let's plow into those balloon lurkers and shred them!
Have I played any Bioshocks? I have played 1 and Infinite, and I really liked it. I have not played 2, I just hear- I keep hearing that you can skip 2 and it's fine. Bioshock is one of those things where if I ever have children, I just want to tell them, would you kindly, until they're about 10 years old, then make them play Bioshock and then ruin their entire lives.
Not the mines! Rule number 1, always avoid the mines!
I did play the Elizabeth DLC for Bioshock Infinite though, and I think that's required playing, almost. It clears up a few things and then you realize, oh my god, everything goes in a circle. When did Sucker Punch ever say that they were not done with the Infamous series? Because the interview I read was that they wanted to duck out of Infamous before it became something like Assassin's Creed, where it is overly saturated and they lose their drive and integrity and their joy in making Infamous. They wanted to keep it from going in that direction. The ones that said that they would not abandon an IP was Sony, which that would not be good at this point in Infamous. Sucker Punch has never done a game for more than one generation, and the fact that Infamous did was amazing, but we see what happens whenever they extend beyond what their intention is. Do I know Dardigan? I do not know him personally. I know he also does Game Sins, and he is one of the Game Sins people. I had no intention on copying Dardigan. He's just also did Second Son. I was like, man, if you're gonna do Second Son, where's the rest of the series? He's not gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it. But anyway, I do not think that Sucker Punch is going to continue Infamous. I think it's probably better that they don't. They are a small studio. They don't have time to be staying on one thing. It's better for them to create what they want, not what Sony wants. So they know better than to milk something until it dies. Or until it doesn't have the spirit that it was formerly. Have I ever played Second Son? Yes, I have. That's all of the footage that you see in my Infamous videos are mine. I recorded all that footage from my own games, either through the PlayStation 4 or PS Now. All of my walkthroughs are available on my channel to watch. Did I like the game? No. I think that's clear by now. That it feels like a step back from Infamous 2 in a lot of ways. Do you play Just Cause? I played Just Cause 3 on recommendation of a friend. I tried Just Cause 2, but whenever I got into Just Cause 3, just the navigation in that game, the just flying around is amazingly fun, and the world is beautiful. Like, not saying that this is comparable at all, but if Second Son would have done anything closer to that sort of thing, then that would have been amazing. any other series that I'm really big into. The series that I'm really big into, and I'm not counting ones that are still going, I'm counting like forever and for all time. I missed one? Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Infamous, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. That's really Last of Us? Last of Us, Uncharted. Pokemon. Lots of Pokemon. Can't really think of anything else that I was super into. See a random kid in the street dancing Fortnite, what would you do? Slap him and tell him to grow up. Option 2, give him 10 million volts. Well, I'm not gonna punish something for enjoying what they love, because isn't that what we're all here to do? Like, I see it every single day that people are like, oh, you're talking about Infamous Second Son, it's so old, why are you playing it? And here I am playing a game that is nearly 2 decades old. I love this stuff, and there's nothing wrong with expressing that you like something, even if it's probably not that great. That's your opinion. Call of Duty? I've never played Call of Duty. Nope, that's a lie. I've played it at friends' houses or on field trips whenever the team or whatever I was with brought a PlayStation. It was always Call of Duty. It was always zombies. I've played zombies. Have you played any of the Arkham series? I've finished Arkham Asylum, I've started City, and I've not finished City. I don't think the fans really, like, now I'm not a Call of Duty fan, but I know too many of them, but I also think that Activision and Treyarch have the fans on their finger. Why they want them? Because they've spoiled them with giving them Call of Duty every single year. There's a black spot on the horizon! What is that? 2 dead pixels. Still didn't find that scout fly. What? Have you ever played the Witcher games? I have started 3 twice, and I know it's really good. Thomas plays the crap out of it. Ask him. He loves Gwent. I've watched him play it, and really just watching Thomas play it is why I got into it and wanted to try it, and I find Yennefer and I'm just kinda like, I just forget, I forget to keep playing. And I really want to keep playing that game and finish it. What? What scout fly am I missing? I'm literally playing this game mindlessly and I'm not even keeping track of what I'm doing. I'm a robot. I'm autonomously playing this game. I've played it so many times I don't even remember which one I didn't get. Hi, Count of Funk Cristo. What is it? Ever played My Name is Mayo? I've never heard of that game. Bye, Haribo. Thanks for coming. Have a good night. There he is. There he is. What'd you do if Thomas deleted all your Infamous games? Re-download them? I'd also question why he did that. Because I've never done anything like that for him. When I built his computer, you better not delete my games. Have I ever been to Kentucky? I have never. I've been outside of Texas for a week to go to California to go to Disneyland. So no, I've never been to Kentucky. Sorry.
Good! You stopped all the mind-dropping lurkers. They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the transpad and I'll teleport it back.
Nah, I need my best friend in my life. I can't do that. Too much work for so little game. Oh my god. Too much work for me to just shatter $1,400 of your life. Good night, GTA Gamer. See you around. Thanks for coming. It ain't 2 AM. It's 7 PM. At least it is here. Where's that scout fly? I feel so lost. What's up, James? Ooh. It's even worse. Ah! Favorite album. Favorite artist album? Music? Oh my god, all the lurkers are back. Dark Before Dawn by Breaking Benjamin. That's my favorite album. Also have to be... Yeah. That Dark Before Dawn is my favorite album that I actually bought and loved and listened all the way through. There's another one that I've only done that twice. I've done that once for Breaking Benjamin, and then I've also done it for Troy Baker's album, Sitting in the Fire. Yes, guys, Troy Baker has his own album. He is an alternative artist. And his voice is amazing, guys. He was a musician first before he was a voice actor, and he plays guitar amazingly. He sings amazingly. The song Afterglow on that album is amazing. You guys need to listen to it. And he also has a short cover of Will the Circle Be Unbroken from BioShock Infinite in it. So yes, listen to that. Have I heard Perfect Circle's new album? Nope. I'm gonna go check that out as soon as we're done here. Have I played Until Dawn? Nope. Oh my gosh, I can't find... Okay, I'm giving up on the scout fly because I don't know where it is. Bye, Julie! See ya! Thank you for coming. Wasn't Troy Baker's... Sam from Uncharted 4? Yes, he is Sam from Uncharted 4. He is also... so many other people. He is Delsin. We all know him to be Delsin. He is Joel from The Last of Us. He is Booker from BioShock Infinite. Oh my god, why? He's Snow from Final Fantasy 13. And he does so many other roles that I'm not even sure I know right now. What can't that man do? Beat the first level of a retro video game on a YouTube channel. By the way, if you guys aren't aware, you guys need to go check out Retro Replay on YouTube because it's Nolan North and Troy Baker playing retro video games. Seriously, just go watch it. It's amazing. Oh my god, I didn't go over here. And they very rarely, if ever, get off level 1, and it's Nolan and Troy just being really silly. Have I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse? I have. I played both of them. I played both of them a lot. He's Reese from Tales of the Borderlands. Yes, he is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I totally forgot. Any thoughts on Fallout 76? I think it's gonna suck. I'm not too studied on Fallout. I've only played 4 and I understand that that was a bad idea. But if it's gonna be online only in MMO or what— oh! Hello! Hi, can you not stand there? Thank you. That's on Ghost of Tsushima. It's too early for me to make an opinion on that game. Right now it looks like the same Same climbing mechanics that Sucker Punch is known for in Japan. Picking up Kingdom Hearts 3? Yes. I already have the deluxe edition pre-ordered. Have I played Until Dawn? No. Bye, Kara. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being so understanding. Downloading Until Dawn? Sweet. Alright, I finally have this area finished. I do believe— oh, wait. Yes, I've opened up the eco vent so I can go back to the beach. What race did I main? Saiyan? I made a Saiyan. Both times. I just basically made it to where my second Saiyan was the sister of the first Saiyan. Ooh, Platinum Uncharted Lost Legacy, congrats! I would not— that's one of my— I looked at that trophy, at that trophy list, I was like, no. I've platinumed all of the Infamous games. I've platinumed Jak and Daxter, I've platinumed Sly 2? No, Sly 1. And that's pretty much what I've done in terms of platinums.
Hurry up with those power cells.
I almost platinumed Final Fantasy 13. I was literally running to get the last weapon that I needed to get my last trophy. And then my PS3 yellow lighted of death. So, not doing that again.
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you. And the entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell. So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yeah. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Say one twice. Hello, XSkull13. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I've never asked that. I've never asked that ever.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Power cells are not candy. I mean, I think you mean the precursor orbs are like candy. Infamous fanfiction goddess. Man, there's only 11 chapters out yet, man. You saying that already? I guess I must have hyped y'all up a little too well. But I appreciate you saying that. Can you play Walking Dead on Season 4? I haven't even started Walking Dead in Season 1. In fact, I've never seen an episode of Walking Dead in my life. Yes, guys. You can pick your job from the ground. I don't watch TV that much. I don't have TV in my room, I don't have TV in my house, I have a streaming service, and I'm just too interested in writing and playing games and working to watch TV. If I watch TV, I need to be doing something else while I do it. hope you guys do like the story so far, because I have no idea. I just know that last month the views on fanfiction.net like skyrocketed to 2,000. It was insane. I've never seen it that high before ever. It's barely ever gotten past 500 in a single month, so to see that was nuts. And of course there's very little comments coming in compared to 2,000 views. Yes, Soggy Potatoes, I do mean Season 4 of the game. I've never played the games, I've never seen the video, or the TV show, ever. But I know how it goes because YouTube. Ever play Destiny? Nope. MMOs, try to stay away from them because I got stuck in the SWTOR once upon a time in my life, and that was not good. I literally played for 7 AM to like 4 in the morning, 6 AM. It was not good. I try to stay away from them. Yes, the Telltale Walking Dead. I've never played it, and I probably won't. Okay, I think we're all good here. Alright guys, this is the part where I pee myself because I have to swim across the water and possibly get ate by the lurker shark. The lurker shark scares me still to this day. It's so bad in this game that I'm actually terrified to go in the water. How long will I be streaming for? I don't know. When my hunger takes over so much that I need to go get dinner. It's like 7 right now, maybe another hour, I don't know. Then it'll probably be another few weeks before I do this again. Considering how fast my subscribers are growing, I'm probably gonna do this again. What game do you guys want me to play next time? That's a good question. That's a question for y'all. Oh my god, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, I'm gonna. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. No, perfect. No. Oh god, I heard it. I heard the heartbeat. No. No. I'm okay. I'm okay. If you mash on the analog stick, Jack swims faster. What? How do you mash on the press, like, L3? What? Play Robotech. I don't even know what that is. Is that an indie game? If I'm gonna live stream, guys, I want to try and stay away from story games. Because, especially if it's my first time playing, because I want to actually pay attention. Warframe's an MMO, man. I already gave my stance on MMOs. I know it's free to play, but so is SWTOR. I already have a friend that's trying to get me into it. I could play Kingdom Hearts. I mean, my first one was Kingdom Hearts. Oh. Eh. Okay, I have Blue Eco, that's kind of cheating, but... Oh, you mean that little, like, squatty thing he does? Eh. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm forgetting this one. Play Devil May Cry 3. Oh my gosh, I'd have to put so much focus into that while I'm talking. I might. Do I still not have them all? 11? Oh, dang it. I did this last time when I played this for YouTube. Ah, when I actually did my walkthrough, I still missed them. What in the world? Pick up Spyro if you can. Maybe? Yes, if I have the money at the time. I've never played a Spyro game and I'm kind of interested in doing it, but I'm wanting to wait and see how the physics are because that crash stuff just, whoa, jeez. Oh my gosh, where are these? Gang beasts. If I do gang beasts, I need someone else to play with me. I'm also possibly most likely gonna have to keep it to something I have on my PS4 because my PC doesn't stream that well. It got old already. Needs a new processor. If I could stream online games, I would definitely be streaming Overwatch by now. What am I missing? No, I have PS Plus. I have PS Plus, but I'm also pretty sure that if I play online, I don't have any online games for one on my PS4 because the entire reason why I made my PC was because I was boycotting the fact that the PS4 would require you to have a PS Plus account in order to play online, unlike the PlayStation 3. So that's the entire reason why I made my PC. Do I have a PS4? I'm playing on my PS4 right now. God of War 4 or Uncharted 4? Oh my god, that's a hard one. God of War 4 hit me in a more personal area of my life. It was something familiar to me, something very regrettably familiar to me, and it's not really, I shouldn't say regret because it's something I couldn't control in my life. I think it would be God of War, honestly. God of War 4 is better than Uncharted 4 to me just because of how it is, how it relates to it. That Uncharted 4 made me cry for the plot, but God of War 4 made me cry because of the memories that I have that relate to the game. My online is the same. Do you mean that my online name is the same for PlayStation Network? No. I wish that they would let me change my name. And if I could change my name, I would be so happy. Do I have everything? 7 scaffold. What? What? Oh, it's up at the top. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, gotta bring in the crops from the June basket. Here's my strategy is that, what? Most of what I play is single player stuff because the whole PSN thing, and plus the whole reason why I've enjoyed games my entire life is the narrative, and that's something that Sony does significantly better. Oh my god, it's in the house. Ugh. So I save the online games, especially the ones that aren't exclusive to PS4, for PC. Because Steam is free, and Steam has sales. Lots and lots of sales that offset the price of making a PC. Very much.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my
Well, if they
heat
change it
shield.
in a future
Now be
update, then that'd be
careful.
great,
The
but
shield will
until that
only
happens,
protect
I'm
your
very
zoo until
unhappy.
it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature.
Oh my god, what just happened to my frame rate?
Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab.
That's the most
Then we'll be
generic
able to teleport over
PlayStation
and meet
gamer tag.
you. Good luck.
It's... I'm not too sure. For some reason, the one that came to my mind was Mr. Person Man. Did I like Sucker Punch when they what?
Those balloons to cool off.
What is that word? When they
There's
changed?
scout flies out here, too.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Woo, see if we can catch air off those lurkers.
Considering that I don't play online too often, I'm not very sure. I actually think I've seen zombie killers too. I think I probably have a zombie killer in my in my friends list somewhere.
Use the hop turn to steer higher.
I don't remember Sucker Punch changing. Like, they changed their logo, but they didn't change. I mean, James, if you add me on PS4, there's not really anything that's not really gonna get much use out of it, because I don't... The only reason why I have PSN Plus is so that I can have my games up, my save data uploaded, since the PlayStation 4 has... Since 500 gigabytes on PlayStation 4 is worthless. And that's ridiculous because of installing file sizes in this day and age. What I think when they changed the actor for Cole. Okay, that's better. At first, when I heard Eric Layden's voice, I was like, okay, that's weird, but I got over it. And eventually I was just like, this is better, because for one, Eric put on a better show than, oh, someone please kill me, I forgot his name. Like, I know his name, I just cannot think of it right now, and this is a hard section. Jason Cottle? Am I drunk? Am I smoking? But the motion capture really helped out Cole's character, and Eric Layden was a good pick for the part. His voice, I'm also partial to him, guys, because he's also from he's from Houston, so he's a Texan just like me, and so is Troy Baker. So is Travis Willingham. But he just put more character into Cole than Jason Cottle did. Do I have a PS Pro or a Slim? I have the original model PS4.
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the
Thomas, I love how you just...
Oh my!
You just admitted that your gamer tag was Mr. Person Man. I didn't say anything. I just said Mr. Person Man.
I mean, Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders.
Oh, there's a model of PS4 with less than 500 gigs? That is really sad. My model is the original model that first came out.
I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack?
Do I see any Second Son sequels or Infamous reboots in the future? No.
And take the furball with you.
Part of the reason is because the way that Sony treated Second Son and rushed them to get it out, and Sucker Punch doesn't have a big enough team to keep doing that every day and like lose money or not gain enough profit that they need. And
of some innocent
they don't
plants in the
want
precursor
Infamous to go the
basin.
way of Call of Duty
Zero
or
will teleport
Assassin's
your
Creed.
Agrazumer to the nearest transpad.
So that's why they're
Fly
making
the
Ghost of
Zoomer to a
Tsushima.
green
If they
eco
read,
vent,
I
and then carry the green
wouldn't
eco to
want to
the corrupted
reboot. The only thing I
plants.
want is a PS4 remaster so I can
Heal
get
them.
my footage
Don't miss a
easier than
single
doing
plant,
PlayStation Now. That's
or
all.
The infected ones will slowly reinfect the healthy ones.
Considering how popular that
And
Infamous was for
Dexter,
PlayStation, I would expect
cleaning up in
it
here.
to eventually,
And
but
don't
probably when the
forget the
PS5
coins.
comes out, and then I'm like, wait, I just want everything on one console, please. I already have all my PlayStation 2 games on my PS2 on my PS4.
The workers must be stopped.
I would think the reason why you have 400 gigs is because of the operating system installed in the PlayStation that takes up a little bit of the space, as well as the default installed apps and programs in the PlayStation.
This stone is very old.
You guys want to see my favorite NPC in all of Jak and Daxter?
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakao steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge
I'll see you around, Jordan. Thanks for coming.
So, our sage, a master of
Oh, look, it's
blue
X-Death.
ego and a
Have you come to return us all to the
genius,
void?
devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I
My
was
day
able
was
to pull
good.
enough pontoons
I took
out
the
of our
dog to the
bridge
vet
prevent
today. That's
that
pretty much all I
monster
did.
from coming down here to do me
I was trying to
harm.
write some chapters for Legacy of the Beast, and then just
job,
a
tough
little.
guy. But we're gonna need you to.
It's a
put him
slow
back
part of the
in
story, and one that I didn't
sure.
plan out too
And
well,
seal
so
my
I'm a little
doom.
short on imagination lately. It's probably one of the reasons why it's going so slow. But I just kind of just stared at my word processor for 5 hours listening to Talking Tunes by Rob Paulson.
But I'm not going to fight
Went and took the
that
dog to the
monster
vet,
again.
came home, started streaming.
Wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs.
Have I played Bloodborne or any Souls
All
games?
right.
Nope. I'm a chicken.
I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved
I'm not a
with
glutton
that
for
creature
punishment.
again.
Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there.
Oh, you bought a
Trust
new
me,
book?
the
What
smart
kind of
one
book
is
you
on
get,
the
man?
monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Oh, you got
Hey,
that Five
we're
Nights
the
at
ones
Freddy's
on a big
book.
quest here. We ask you for help.
Well,
I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's before. I've only... I literally just know everything I know about the game just because of MatPat and game theory.
But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Sometimes I feel like the creator of FNAF just like wanted to keep making things confusing just to mess with MatPat and make him redo videos and stuff. The ironic thing is that I'm trying to write a good fanfiction. I'm actually not that prolific of a reader. I read Dean Koontz, and my favorite book by him so far is Lightning, which is actually a time travel story. I've been trying to read the Uncharted novel. I'm also trying to read the Watchmen comic. Just there's this weird thing that I have going on in my head that why do I want to read right now when I could be writing my own story? And I know that the best writers are the ones that read, and I just can't just have that thought in my head, and I'm just like, nah, I'd rather write. It's kind of like, I know you guys are waiting for me to finish that thing, but I'm also trying. Back whenever I was writing fanfiction, the old Final Fantasy VII fanfiction a long time ago, I updated the chapters and uploaded them to fanfiction as soon as I finished them, and it was like, people are just, oh, do the next one, so excited, do the next one, and I just made it up as I went along, and that's how it got to be so crappy. And that's part of the reason why I'm trying to take my time on this one. It's been way too long, but even 11 chapters to me was good enough to leave all, and that's not like too many people saying, oh my gosh, I need more. I don't feel rushed to do it. I can plan out everything and actually make it worth reading.
Maybe it's just because I've got low expectations. Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
Okay, I got a question that I've been wanting to ask you guys. For those of you who are reading the fanfiction and are looking forward to it, what sort of things do you want to see in it? That's something that I've always wondered, and I've never actually had the opportunity to ask before. Because I know what I want, and I'm basically just going for what I want, but it'd be pretty cool to know what you guys would want.
There's definitely a lot of OP coal blowing up cities. Matanui, that sounds like a Bionicle reference. That's pretty cool. I know that there's a reputation that fanfics have, and I'm very much trying to keep this from being that kind of fanfiction. I'm actually trying to take it seriously. I'm actually trying to write it as if it were a published book, even though I'm not looking to get this published or make money off of it in any way. It's just out of passion and love for the series, and I would encourage you to at least read it, not because I wrote it, but because I know how fanfictions can be, and I avoid fanfictions too for that reason. But if you'd like to see a change of pace, that's what I'm working on. Do I have an antagonist for Legacy of the Beast? Yes, I do. I actually have more than one antagonist. Yeah, the zoomer sections are actually kind of weird. It has wide turns, but it still feels responsive. It's just that you have to predict when you're gonna need to turn. The jump button is on the L1 button, by the way, so it's kind of strange. Zionist, you might need to write the second half of your comment. I didn't see all of it. Oh man, stupid looker, come here. Oh, got him. There we go. A character that challenges Cole but isn't the main antagonist. There is a character like that. I wouldn't say that he's the main antagonist. Or maybe he is. But there are two antagonists, and I would say they would both challenge Cole in different ways. It's very difficult, by the way, to come up with someone or give someone the means to be able to challenge Cole at that level of power, and that's part of the difficulty. And I know that some of those methods are gonna get kind of weird and maybe a little excuse me, suspension of belief, but I'm trying to really figure something out, and that's why I'm gonna have a bunch of beta readers to help me figure that out. Rate Infamous 1 to 10. Infamous 1. Infamous 1, I give it an 8.5. What do I think of Festival of Blood? It's fun. It's fun to play for 3 hours while you're waiting for kids to come and get candy on Halloween. That's literally what I do. Every Halloween I go into the living room, take my PlayStation 3, set the candy out, wait for kids, and while I wait, I just play Festival of Blood every single year on the same day. It's okay. It's not. I don't expect it to have the greatest story. I mean, it's a story told from Zeke's perspective, and it's a made-up story, so it's okay. But when I started doing that Everything Roth video, I realized, oh my god, Zeke is like I know it's an improvisational story, so I understand that. It's just like, damn, that's a lot of plot holes. There's also a challenge that I'm giving Cole, that there are moral challenges that he has to go through. Like, yeah, he has all the powers in the world, but how is he gonna use them? Is he gonna use them, like, it's kind of typical. Is he gonna use it for good or evil? Is he going to set himself as the god above all, or is he going to still try to reflect some form of humanity in himself, and treat people fairly? Am I saying that Zeke couldn't write fanfictions? I'm saying that Zeke couldn't improv fanfictions that well when made up on the spot, which anybody who could... I know that there are the kind of writers that are the spontaneous writers, the 1 minute fiction writers that you would find on the street. Those people, I have no idea how they can do that. But Zeke probably needs to go through a few drafts. Ah, no. I'm gonna kill myself if I do this. Ever thought of doing a comic with my infamous story? The thought has crossed my mind, but that would take so long. I have no artistic talent outside of writing. The person who does the art for my fanfiction said that it would be a cool idea to do a comic one day, but I paid him $400 to do the stuff that you see just in that one image. I do not have the funds to support that. I probably need to have a Kickstarter to help support that. But first I need to write the story first and then see how many people I can get on board. But then he has his own stuff to do. So he would have to be super devoted, and I know that he's trying to get his own art studio going. He's trying to do another comic. He also is trying to do commissions to make money. He goes to conventions and sells his art. I would probably have to get somebody else to do it that would be more dedicated and have time for that, and it would cost so much money, so. A lot of people say, why haven't you tried to make it a game yet? And I'm like, because writing and developing a game are two very, 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 very different things and cost a lot of money. Not to mention licensing.
Good flying! Those lurkers were no match for your zoomer. That's one more power cell.
I got a problem with this lightning mole. I guess I gotta push him into the hole because he ain't gonna go. There he goes.
Let's go get our power cell from the geologist.
But you know, it'd be cool, guys. Here's one thing that I thought would be really cool is that one day, when I ever get the story finished and I start doing an audiobook and start reading it for YouTube, like, there is an excerpt that I put up for, like, just as a draft, an idea, where I read from chapter 55 in my unfinished story. And if you guys like that, well, I was thinking, hey man, if I can get people that just randomly do fan art and send it in, I would totally just put that in as backgrounds for the audiobooks. Play Uncharted next stream. I will do it. I will do that. I will put that on the list. I will do that. because I have played all the Uncharted, so I don't mind playing through those with stream things. Hey X-Death, why you hate Kessler, man? Let's have a talk. Why you hate Kessler? It's not inviting your opinion so that I can shoot it down. I actually do want... here's the thing, guys. If you see me commenting on my YouTube comments a lot, right? It's not that I'm trying to shoot anybody down. I'm inviting education and intellectual conversation because I like sharing opinions, and I like not necessarily changing someone's opinion, but giving someone another perspective.
Quick! You've got to fly through each ring before they turn off.
Have I played Lost Legacy? Yeah, I've played it. I loved it. A lot of other people may not like it, but I did. That they took these two characters that I did not care about at all in the Uncharted series and made me like them. I like that a whole lot. The driving part was cool, man. Being able to go out there and explore like a real explorer and not just be led in a linear hallway to your next treasure. Being able to actually go out there and find treasure on your own was awesome.
Woo! We beat the record time!
You could totally skip all that if you wanted to. Like, just go straight for the story. If we're talking about realistic driving, we're going to be talking about GTA 4, aren't we? Come on, guys, that Jeep can take anything. Aw. Matt, anyway, I caught a little bit of that conversation that you're having. You stopped trying to write. Like, I know how that feels, dude. I made some really bad crap too. But, really at the end,
Hurry! There's the next ring!
It's a way for me to get my artistic needs out. It's a way for me to cope with things in life, and the important thing is that when you write, do not write for anyone but yourself. That make what you want to read, make what you like, and that's all that matters. Don't try to impress people, because you're never gonna succeed in impressing everyone. If there's something out there that you haven't seen or that you would be interested in seeing, do it. That's how I approach writing. Like, yes, I'm doing my story for the community, but in truth, Like, I'm gonna write what I want, and hopefully that other people agree. British people put U's in their words. Americans just use R's. Because we're lazy. We just drop one letter. Gets the same point through. At the end of the day, we all say it the same in a different dialect.
Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research. Rocks have feelings too.
Mananui, if you don't impress yourself with your writing and you don't let yourself have anything, you should probably, I don't know, like, set your bar a little lower or try something new. How to have a good YouTube channel? I don't know. Mine certainly ain't good. I just do what I want. People end up watching it. I don't get paid. I just do it for fun. I still don't have an interest in getting popular, guys. Popularity was never a thing that I wanted to do. I just wanted to play games, and people ended up watching it.
Oh, great moves, kid. I knew that time record would fall. Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff. Whoa, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell, I promise.
Wow. Well, thanks for admitting that, Soggy. You don't know what he's got down that barrel. Well, to be fair, Soggy, I haven't been doing anything other than playing games since 700 subscribers, and maybe every now and then doing a different kind of video. Going inactive, I mean, I don't do YouTube constantly. I do it when I have time, or whenever I have interest, or when I have inspiration. So, it's like my fan fiction. I'm not doing it all the time, but it's still an interest to me, and it's still a hobby. I still do it.
But now that I finally finished the entire Infamous series and I have it all recorded, I have a good microphone, I'm actually going to start doing more talking point videos, and honestly, I hate my voice. So it was sort of a barrier to get around that too. Well, here's the thing, Matanui, is that part of running a YouTube channel is work, and whether or not you're doing it for a hobby or not, getting paid means it takes more work. Expecting people to actually watch your ads and come back is work. Then, if you're getting bored making videos, then do something that you really like, and it just happens to go on YouTube. Take whatever you're passionate about, and if that's what you want to put on the YouTube channel, that's what goes on the YouTube channel. Don't do something that makes it feel like work. It's part of the reason why I only made the Everything Wrong videos for Second Son, or yeah, for the Infamous series. Because I like Infamous, and it's a lot of work, guys. I still have my PS2. I don't use it anymore because pretty much all the games that I play on it have been remastered, thank God. That was a... I know it was a... I think it was a good idea for Sony to do that, honestly, to remaster all the old games. And honestly, if you guys saw my PS4 library, it would just be a bunch of PS2 remasters. And PS3 remasters. Kara, I used to get the disc read error thing a lot whenever I was a kid, and I would get this disc that has tiny little brushes on it, and it cleans the laser of your PS2. If I used that, it worked just fine. But I also took really good care of it too, so... I actually don't have any Resident Evil games, so
shoot those rat nests to stop the rats from coming
might
out.
have a problem with that until I get one. And horror games aren't really... I'm really not fond of horror games. How am I today? I'm doing good. I'm a little hungry, but I'm having fun playing Jak and Daxter, talking, getting to know you guys. Ouch. I'm having a good day. Shadow of the Colossus is such a good game. I'm sad that I didn't get to play it back whenever it was on the PS2. And I only got into it when it was remastered for the PS3. And now, of course, when it got remastered for the PS4, oh my gosh, that is such a good game. I love it. Plus, the having the Colossi be puzzles and like the fact that you only have a sword and a bow and arrow, and that's how you...
Only 3 more tethers to go.
And that's how you fight those giant creatures. And it's not like you're overpowered and beating up these things, no problem. It's actually a challenge, and that's what I really like about it. And the music is so gorgeous in that game. Have I played any of the Monster Hunter games? No, but I think I'm gonna get the Monster Hunter World just came out for Steam, so when it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. Giant monsters are cool, man. It's just like the thing in the Everything Wrong with video is mostly in a joke. Mostly a joke. It was a joke. But I do like giant monsters just because I'm a very short person. Everybody's big to me. So, I just love the idea of kaiju and giant monsters and being able to fell something that big, but whenever it's actually presented as a challenge, that's the coolest part. Hey, it's cool, William. You know, you don't have to have a PlayStation to, you know, enjoy anything. It's part of the reason why I also do this is because so that I can have my videos for posterity and so other people can enjoy them. If you don't have a PlayStation, this is a great way to get to see stuff, and I do not believe in talking over my gameplay when it's a story sort of thing. I don't like commentary. If I ever watch a gameplay video with commentary, I turn it straight off. So if you ever want to, if you can't access those games right away, I always have that available for you. For at least PlayStation games. Easier to record. And now that I have a thumbstick that actually fits the form of the PlayStation 4, I can actually move it over to my computer and edit it properly. So. How do I think Kingdom Hearts 3 would end? Somewhat. Something's gonna happen to Terra Aqua and Ven, guys. Something's gotta happen. That game cannot be happy ending all the time, can it? Like, if that game, they say that it's not gonna be a happy ending, or it's gonna, we're not gonna be left the same at the end of it. So I really think Terra and Aqua and Ven are not gonna be around anymore. Something's gonna happen. If I could have any Keyblade, which one do I want? I want Oathkeeper. I like Oathkeeper. Not quite sure what you mean by not owning your games. So that's kind of what Xbox was doing.
Hey, there's the flip-flop.
I agree that Sora probably isn't the best protagonist, but unfortunately we know that Sora is going to keep being the hero of Kingdom Hearts. We're just going to move away from Xehanort and his plan.
happy you saved our little flut friend? She may come in handy again sometime. Now, go back to the trans pad, and I'll bring her home.
Oh. Hey man, being a computer technician is not the easiest thing. Could be a lot of things wrong. I'm not disappointed that it doesn't have a release date yet. In fact, I'm getting to the point where the longer it takes you to tell me a release date, the happier I'm going to be, because after Second Son being rushed by Sony and losing a year of development, I'm in no rush for games to come out. Plus, Sucker Punch is a 100-man team, so... Shouldn't take them very... It shouldn't take them, like, a year to develop each game like freaking Ubisoft does.
Howdy, friends! Enjoying my beautiful swamp?
Which...
I own these here parts.
Bought PS4 for Second Son. I did too.
The mud, that is.
In fact, I bought Second Son before I had my PlayStation 4.
I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out? Good. Those rats will be back any time. Shoot all them rats and keep them from eating at least one of them snacks.
Get some! Get some!
More! Get him! Get him!
I've actually never read a fan fiction with Second Son characters. In fact, it's been a long time since I read someone else's fan fiction. I've been so busy writing my own. I know that the infamous community that I have been on recently does a lot of fan fiction, and their community is basically based in Second Son, just for the role-playing and the possibility of so many conduits, which I personally do not agree with, but I'm not going to rain on anybody's parade. They can have their fun, I can have mine. I'm busy with my own stuff. Plus, I'm thinking if I read any Second Son stuff, there's gonna be so much Delsin fetch stuff going on. That I saw one. I have an idea for a Second Son fan fiction I could do, and I kind of like this idea. It's just Eugene throwing Fetch and Eugene into Heaven's Hellfire and just making like a campaign for them to play in. Maybe I'll do that as like a one-shot or something one day. Like, he doesn't play D&D, but I'm like, hey, he could like make a game for them to play.
You sure know how to shoot. Thanks a heap for the help.
man, it was my idea. Sounds like your story was GTA 5. Hey, and I wouldn't even call that a bad thing. If you got a brutal torture scene, then cool, you just gotta write it well. Like, even if you have a bad idea, if you do it well, it's a good idea. I mean, that's a good way to show that your villain's sadistic. What kind of crazy person they are. When am I gonna stream next? I don't know. When I have a day, when I get a few more subscribers and get more people that I haven't talked to yet, it'll be a little bit. I like to space these out. Maybe after I finish my 5-part Infamous series and probably do a few more videos. Is there a lack of what? Is there really?
That dirigible's barely hanging on.
What is Quo's power? Her power is ice. Simple as that. See a lot of people asking what Nyx's power is, but never anyone that asks what Quo's power is. Not a lot of people ask what Bertrand's power is, by the way, guys, it's miasma. Swamp gas. Well, I think that the reason why... Oh, I'm gonna die. Ow. She can turn herself into frost, which is the same thing. It's just gaseous ice. Oh my god, no! Why made me do this again? Why can't Cole turn into a bolt? Well, he can as Kessler. And that's probably a further advancement of his power that he hasn't gotten to yet, and it's also a mechanical thing that Sucker Punch wanted to prevent you from... Here's the funny thing. That the whole running really fast thing that you do in Second Son, Sucker Punch didn't want to do that. They didn't want that for Cole because they wanted you to actually be able to slow down and enjoy the city and have another way of being awesome at getting around through climbing instead of just only using your powers, because people aren't they are people first and superheroes second. They have powers second. So Cole being able to climb on his own without using his powers was totally cool, because anybody with powers can probably fly or dash or do something. And essentially he had his static thrusters and he had his tether, which gave him his own character. He was kind of like Batman. He was cool. Bertrand could mutate people, that was part of his power. I have heard of Ruby, and I'm not necessarily a fan of crossover. I try to stay away from it, and much less try to write it. But you know, that's part of what fan fiction is you being able to get out what your, you know, what your element of fantastical ideas for a game series would be. And I don't think there's a wrong way to write fan fiction, because you don't have to be an amazing writer to write fan fiction. I'm just interested in making mine stand out from the typical tropes and mannerisms of fan fiction. What I think whenever Cole died, I thought it was a good send-off for Cole. That it felt right, it felt deserved. He went from this selfish character that just didn't want anything to do with his powers or saving people. He just wanted to get himself out of trouble in Infamous 1, to sacrificing his life to saving the entire world. And I thought that was really cool. Come on, Kara. Join the dark side. Cole's dead. It's just better that way. They do explain what happened to Sasha. That if you read the comics, she's still alive. She actually helps Cole escape from Moya in a aircraft carrier. She's trying to put Moya is basically really obsessed with having Cole on her side and having her own army of conduits, which is also partially why, you know, the argument of, do you think that superheroes should exist in the real world? No, because of people like Moya. She just wants to use Cole, and she has this little device that she reveals is like this little circular implant that she was going to put in the base of his skull, and she was just going to mind control Cole and make him her slave. So Sasha actually, she captures Sasha so that so they can extract her hallucinogenics from her and trick Cole into hallucinating that Trish hated his guts for not saving her, and that's how she captured him. And then Sasha escapes and helps Cole escape, and then there's the final conflict with David. So if you guys have not read the comics, you need to read the comics. It fills in so many holes, and it's really good.
Good work, Jack. Your uncle would be proud. That was a giant arm from a precursor robot.
I mean, I'm really not a reader either. Like I said earlier, I'd rather write than read. But the comics are only 6 issues, and they're each about 20 or so page each, and they are a quick read. Space it out. It's an entertaining read too, especially if you're an Infamous fan. I notice you, Saber Play Z. I notice you. Oh, what? There we go. I'm probably gonna stop soon as soon as I get out of the swampy bog. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this time. So if y'all guys got any questions last minute, throw them at me. So I'm probably gonna get done with this real soon. I do not plan on sending Ratchet and Clank. I was only intending on sending the Infamous series, so sorry guys. I'm not a Sins channel, I'm just an Infamous fan. There is no comic with Quo in it. Quo comes in on the last page of the sixth comic of the series, and she's just a phone call, so she's not actually there. Yo, Saber plays. It's okay. You know, you check out the videos when you can. The streams are always available for you to watch later. It's no big deal. It doesn't hurt my feelings. We all got lives. Catch them when you catch them, or not if you don't. It's all good. What I think when I found out Kessler was Cole from the future, I was that was like, holy crap, what? I dropped my controller and I was just kind of sitting there staring at the credits like, what? I was pretty hard mind blown. And when you go back and play the game again, you see all the hints and everything, and it's awesome. And come on, like I really love that they actually did foreshadow Quo's betrayal in Infamous 2 all the way back in Infamous 1. When I found that for the Infamous video, for the Everything Wrong video, it blew my mind. I do like Cole more than Delsin. I like Cole a lot more than Delsin. Cole is actually a fleshed out character. He has a background. He has a change in character. We get to see who he was and who he is. Do I like Nirvana? I like Nirvana. I like Nirvana a lot. I taught myself how to play heart-shaped box, and that's not because of Second Son. I learned that way before Second Son came out. You got what smells like Team Spirit. I love it.
It's an ambush.
Yo, Dark Knight, you're coming in a little late. I'm probably gonna finish in a few minutes, but if you got any questions for me, throw it at me as soon as I finish this level. I'm gonna have to go get some dinner and call it quits for the day. Which, I just extended that because I died, and you cannot die in between the rat nests, so... Oh well. How'd I feel about Trish dying? Oh my god, so sad! So sad, please don't hurt me, I loved it so much. Good character. Good death. The fact that... The difference between Trish and Reggie is that Reggie has a change of heart right before he dies, trying to throw in like, oh, do you love him right before he dies? Does his death impact you? Where Trish has a change of heart. She has an understandable reason for why she feels the way about Cole, and her switch is so organic that, and she stays with Cole for a while after they get their lives, like their relationship back, so you get to see them, you know, talking and having a relationship again for a little while, and then she just suddenly dies and it's terrible, and when you find out why at the end, it's even worse. Do I think a non-conduit could be a protagonist? Absolutely, if you do anything can be possible in writing and fiction if you do it right. In fact, that would be a really, really cool idea. What is Sucker Punch doing these days? They're doing Ghost of Tsushima, Japanese game that we saw at E3 this year. What? Oh my god!
Hey Jack! Can
I have your insect collection? Rage quit! Nope. Gotta do this. Let's do this all the way at the end. Just gotta stop dying. Oh, Vegeta, yo, what's up, dude? What would you think if they rebooted Infamous with Cole still being the protagonist, or would you prefer something else? Infamous doesn't need a reboot, though. Like, reboots are one, like, they're... I don't really know what I think about reboots. It doesn't change the original game, but it was so recent that it doesn't really need it. And really, all they have to do is just make Infamous 3. Just go in the other direction. Bye, Thomas! Bye, buddy. Do, buddy, you leaving? Thomas, I hope you caught that last episode of Critical Role. It's so good. Probably didn't hear me. I don't think I understand that question about Reggie. I don't think that's how that works, because genetics are in your cells, and your cells have DNA, and your DNA is builds your genes, and that's in your blood, so I don't think that's how that works. Oh god, no, why am I doing stupid things? Reading while playing, not a good idea. Ideal plot of Infamous would be my story. Of course I'm gonna say that, I'm writing it. I would write what I think is most ideal. I'm not gonna write what I think is stupid. But, you know, objectively, I'm not too sure. Infamous 3? Read my story, dude! What if in the scene where Cole slept in next to Trish's grave, he woke up in a coffin? You know, you should just have a nightmare like that, and that'd be great. Woke up in a coffin. Oh, Festival of Blood. Xdeath said that Delsin has more powers than Cole. He does, but that's not true. He has... If we're counting before Cole gets his beast powers, Delsin has more powers. And still, even whenever he does... even at post-game Infamous 2, whenever you just magically get all your karma powers, yes, Delsin has more powers, as in 4 above 3, but he does not, in variety and breadth, have as many powers as Cole does, as in techniques. Cole has lightning, ice, napalm, and the beast, and in those, all of those, he has more powers than Delsin does with any of his one.
between any of his 1 powers of smoke, neon, and concrete in video. Am I gonna play Just Cause 4? Yes, it looks really cool. And I know that if I remember correctly, it was going to be multiplayer. I have a friend online that would definitely be wanting to play that with me. Fetch, it's a new main character. She's already had her own game, man. Hello, Diego. Just letting you know you're catching the end of my stream. Once I finish this level, I'm gonna be cutting it off. But you're welcome to throw me a question before I end. Any social media? I got plenty of social media. I got my Discord, which you can find in the description. I have my Twitter, which is Zivalene Gaming. At Zivalene Gaming, pardon me. I have a Facebook page for my story if you need it. But mostly you'll find me on Discord, just chatting, talking with people. Other than that, I'm gonna upload any videos playing multiplayer games in the future. When my computer can handle it is the best question, because there's the best answer, because the processor cannot handle that and streaming, or even much less recording, so I need to update my rig before I can do that. I have recorded me playing Grand Theft Auto 5 with Storm and Fox and Tony, but the issue is that the processor just cannot handle all that at the same time. Need to get a new one. An Infamous game that was more like Mirror's Edge first person wise. Yes, that would be so cool. But, you know, the parkour has to make sense. It would be good if it was Cole, because, you know, the whole thing with Delsin is, oh, he grew up near a forest and he could climb trees, and that's why he can climb. I'm like, cool, anyone can climb a tree. If the branches are right, anybody can climb a tree. Kids climb trees all the time. But Cole was actually urban development. He was not urban development, urban exploration. And he liked to go and explore sewers and parts of the city that you're not supposed to get. And that explains why Cole was able to climb so well. And then, like, I know Sucker Punch said that Delsin can climb twice as fast as Cole, but I'm like, that doesn't mean that, like, he just, mechanically he doesn't climb. Like his climbing sucks so much. Thoughts on Sonic 06? In 06 I was 12, so I was really dumb with my choice of games back then. I liked it just because it was new generation Sonic, and then as I grew older I was like, oh my god! So glitchy, can't even play. Do you think people complain about the weather, about the Texas weather too much? Sort of? Like, what's my Discord? James, if you look in the description of this video, if it's not there, go to any of my most recent videos. You will find it. It's the Zivalene YouTube gaming channel server. Do I think... Okay, back to the Texas question. Do I think people complain about the weather in Texas too much? I mean, weather isn't horrible here. It's just really hot in the summer, and then it just stays hot until January. Hardly any rain where I am particularly, but, you know, you complain about the weather, but I'm just like, you know, you can't change the weather, you just gotta deal with it, you know? Like, me just walking to my car from work sucks, but I deal with it. Oh, Vegeta, I really want to get a video of us playing crazy shit, but I have I've tried so many times, and the frame rate just... No, it cannot. My computer just cannot deal with it right now. If you guys are wondering, Crazy Shit is the custom game that me and my friends play on Overwatch, and it beats the heck out of just playing with regular people on Quick and Arcade. It just... Oh shit, Thomas is back. Dude, I'm still stuck on this level. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to beat this level before your phones die, but I think I'm not gonna make it, so... I'm trying not to still be streaming, dude. I keep dying, and this game is... The bad checkpoint with this game is that if you die, all the rat nests spawn again, and that's where I'm currently at. Trying to kill the rat nests. I'm pretty sure I didn't kill all the... Oh no! Oh my god, I'm so dumb, guys. I've had all of the power cells this entire time. I've just been... Oh my god. You guys are welcome to laugh. Let me just get to the end of this level. Okay, until I get to the end of the level. Until I literally leave the level. Any more questions? I'll try not to be so long-winded. That's how much I'm focusing on talking and playing. I'm on autopilot for this game so much that I don't even realize I have all the power cells. What do I think of BioShock? Okay. Bye, Paul. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for your question. BioShock good, BioShock great. I played the first one and Infinite. Infinite wasn't as good as the first one. Carrying two guns sucks, but BioShock is great. I love it. Alright guys, I'm at the end of the level! But I consider playing Devil May Cry series on my channel. I only have 3, 4, and the reboot. And I wouldn't play the reboot again. But I would play 3 and 4 again. If I can just get it to record, that's all. I haven't tested the frame rate on my PC with that one yet. Any other interest in other superhero media, or is Infamous kind of where it begins and ends? I like how I just like how Infamous is its own idea and it does it really well. It's not taking a pre-established IP or anything and trying to make something out of it. It depends on whether or not I can find something good enough to play. Like the Batman Arkham series, I do want to go back through that and try and record it.
For each power cell I contain. Here is another power cell for your quest.
Bye, X-Dev. See you around. Alright guys, so while I'm wrapping this up and grabbing my power cells, gotta do the plug. If you guys want to come chat with me on my Discord, I got it in the description, or it'll be in the description of any of my other recent videos. You can also read my Infamous Legacy of the Beast fanfiction at any of the links in the descriptions as well. There's 11 chapters on it so far. I'm trying my best to really make it good, but I need you guys' help and let me know how I'm doing. I'm gonna try and get that
third part to the Second Son, or the fourth part to that Second Son video out. It's just gonna be a really long video. It's a lot of information. And I'm also trying to make some progress on Legacy of the Beast at the same time while working, but hey, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate y'all watching and staying for so long and laughing with me, asking me questions. I'll try and do another one of these soon after I get a few more subs. Let's see, I'm about to hit, is it 7,000 subs? I'll do another one at, depending on how quick my growth is, at 9,000 or 10,000 subs. Okay, how about this? I'll do another one at 10,000 subs, because that is going to be an awesome milestone that I thought I wasn't ever going to hit. So, for someone who does not care about popularity and I just want to play games, the fact that I'm going to get 10,000 subs is nuts! So thank y'all. I'll see y'all guys around, and I see one more. If Reggie was using someone else's fingerprints, what? Oh, for the Conduit thing. That would be very strange, considering that if Reggie was a Conduit, why is he not? Okay, okay. Let's do this real quick. Reggie wants Delsin to quit his whole thing and go home so that he doesn't get caught by the DUP, right? If Reggie had his own powers, or he could have his own powers, and he's hiding his fingerprints and he's aware of it, why doesn't he do anything? Why is he not as supportive of Delsin or even Conduits in general, if he himself knows that he is not a bad person using powers? You know, it's just stuff like that. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see y'all around. Laters.